27th of February 2012. The real problem concerned with our mind. Something or someone in our mind is real problem. Old age and sickness are concerned with our body. Problems concerned with our body is not real problem. The real problems concerned with our mind. The idea of someone or something is in our mind, which is real problem. If we pay attention to our life, the idea of life will still remain in our mind. Not only in practicing meditation, but also in our daily life. Right understanding must control in all our action. Just pay attention to the real problems concerned with our mind. The idea of something, someone, time and place are real problems concerned with our mind. Practicing meditation or doing good deeds must be to solve this real problem. Our intelligence is just created truth. That's why we cannot understand the real target of meditation. The intention of doing good deeds must be to solve the problems in our mind. Our mind must be free from the idea of something, someone, time and place. Traditionally, we pay attention to the time, to the place, to the method in doing good deeds. These traditional habits cannot solve the problems in the mind. If you pay attention to the method, attachment to the method will be more and more stronger. Attention to the time make more and more attachment to the time. The aim of doing good deeds must be to be free from all attachment. Just try to do good deeds with paying attention to the right aim. Only by paying attention to the right aim, our practicing meditation or doing good deeds must be free from limit. Because our intelligence is not complete. That's why all our various targets of doing good deeds is not complete. That's why all actions of doing good deeds will never end. Doing good deeds with attention to the person, to the method, to the time and to the experience, to the place will make our mind more and more attachment to the idea of something, someone, time and place. In this way, our mind will never be free. Living beings, non-living beings, time and place are the prison of our mind. All the questions of how to do, what to do, what will happen, is it right or wrong? All the questions come from unfree mind. Because something is in the mind. Mind cannot understand beyond something. If you love too much to yourself, you will know only about yourself. Because of attachments to ourselves is too strong. That's why you know nothing except yourself. So also there is someone in the mind. That's why mind cannot know beyond someone. That's why in all our action, the idea of someone is always controlling. Doing good deeds, including practicing meditation, must be to solve this problem. Only when there is no problem in your mind, you will understand this is real problem. The idea of death is in your mind, you will know that is real problem. Right understanding is important not only in doing good deeds, but also in our daily life. It will solve the real problems from our mind. The stronger the attachment to the traditional understanding, it will be more difficult to accept right understanding. Because the idea of someone is always in our mind. That's why there is misunderstanding of I in all our action. Only when there is no misunderstanding of I, our action will be free, just action only. In fact, mind and body is to use only. Whatever happens to our mind and body are also to experience only. Whatever knowing appear in our mind are also to know only. Because there is misunderstanding of I or something in our mind, there is someone in all our action. there is the idea of something, whatever we do. Because of not knowing real problems or someone, something in the mind, we think created problems as real problems. All our actions must be to be free from the idea of someone or something. If you remember this right understanding, your action will be free. In practicing meditation, try to be practicing only by remembering the truth, which is to be free from the idea of someone or something. There may be someone or everyone in the world. Someone in the world is no problem. The real problem is someone in our mind. Only doing good deeds limitlessly with right understanding can solve this real problem. Instead of doing our habitual action, just try to do good deeds limitlessly with right understanding. Doing good deeds limitlessly is changing the cause. By doing so, the special power which we never knew before will appear. Education is doing what you can do. Running business is also doing what we can do. Doing good deeds with limits is also doing what we can do. We must do what we cannot do. In this way, the quality of our mind will improve all the time. Traditionally, we are using the limited power of something or someone. This practice intends to be able to use the limitless power. Because we are too busy with worldly affairs, we have no time to do good deeds. We must change this situation by doing good deeds all the time. We will not be free to do worldly affairs. In fact, doing good deeds or doing worldly affairs is not important. Doing and not doing are not important. What really important is to have the courage to abandon, to do worldly affairs. Action is not important. Attachment to the action But action must be free from attachment. If there is no attachment to the action, your action of what you are doing is not important. The aim of doing good deeds is also to be free from all attachment. If there is no attachment to the action of doing good deeds, doing or not doing is not important. I am not explaining you about the teaching of Buddha. I am explaining about what Buddha wants us to understand. To know the teaching of Buddha is very easy. You can read books. Teaching is the same, but there are a lot of different understanding to one teaching. That's why it is important to understand which Buddha wants us to understand. Habitually, we pay attention only to the teaching of Buddha and only to the action of Buddha. We know nothing about the power behind that action. Trying to practice meditation without attachment by paying attention to the right understanding or by remembering the truth to use only, to experience only. The problems of someone is free in your mind, all your action will be action only. All your experience, good or bad, may be just experience only. No one is suffering. Suffering may be just experience only. Because of there is wrong understanding of something in the mind, we think whatever happened, we think something happened. Living all the people in the world is not problem. Someone or everyone stay alive in our mind is problem. Someone should be alive only in the world, not in our mind. Something or everything should be only in the world, not in our mind. In all our action, try not to forget the truth, to use only or to experience only. Without the idea of someone or something. Buddha used mind and body without the idea of something or someone. That's why all his actions are just action only. That's why very powerful, using limitless power. All his knowing or understanding are also without the idea of something or someone. That's why knowing only, understanding only. all our knowing are just created knowing only. Knowing of someone, knowing with the idea of someone, all our doings are with the idea of someone. That's why using limited power. I am sharing right understanding concerned with Buddha teaching. Right understanding is important in all our actions. Not to forget, right understanding is important anytime, anywhere, in any situation. It will solve the problems of someone or something from your mind. The more you pay attention to your body and to your mind, there will be more attachment to the body and to the mind. Because attachment is controlling in all our actions. That's why it is important to be free from attachment. Only right understanding can permanently solve this problem. If there is no attachment, pay attention to what you want, there will be no problem. Attention with attachment is problem. Attention only is no problem. To be free from attachment, just pay attention to the truth, to use only, to experience only, without the idea of someone or something. In this way, there will be no problem in your mind. If there is no problem in your mind, all your action will be action only. Whatever happened, good or bad, may be just experience only. Even that is just to experience only, to use only. That's why all Buddha use that in the right way. My explanation will be difficult to understand without practice. Only by practice, there will be no doubt to my explanation. Depending on your intelligence, my explanation may be difficult to understand. But if you can follow this way, if you try to understand by practice, your mind will be free from the idea of someone or something. There will be no problems in your mind. With the problems of something or someone, it will be difficult to understand the truth. The more you do good deeds limitlessly, the more you will understand my teaching. Because in my sight, I have to do a lot of good deeds to be able to understand like this. That's why only when there is the same cause, there will be the same effect. Teaching is over now. Any question? Awareness to the created truth is our tradition. In fact, awareness must be to the truth, to use only, to experience only. There are a lot of created truth, but the truth which concern with all created truth is very simple, just to use only, to experience only, to know only. Awareness of mindfulness must be only to the truth, to use only, or to the right understanding, to be free from the idea of something or someone.
This was the question on a lot of our minds will be this. If we are to completely renounce all attachment to some time, to someone, to some place, to something, then besides becoming a monk or a nun, how would many people relate before?
The real meditation concerns with our mind, not with our life, not with our body. The real problems is in our mind, not in our life. That's why the idea of, if there is no idea of someone in your mind, there will be no question like this, man or nan or layman. There will be no the question, because there is idea of someone in your mind. That's why the question appear. Layman, nun, and monk. If there is no idea in your mind, there will be no problem like this. You think you are thinking is not free, thinking with the idea of someone. Your mind is not free. If you follow this way, your mind will be free and there will be no problem like this. In fact, the truth is beyond our understanding. That's why we understand the truth, but it is not enough. It is not complete understanding. Now you are grasping the incomplete understanding. The problem is the question is wrong.
A layperson has to think about mortgage, putting gas in the car, paying insurance in the car, children's education, mother's birthday, many things. It's not that he is trash, but these are things that we must complete to live with life in shock. And I just wonder if you could explain how a layperson is dealing with the body in that way. In your way.
In fact, I myself practice as a lay person.
Pardon?
I practice meditation as a man, not as a monk.
But you're talking about meditation, talking about daily
Yes.
the activities of doing the layperson must do.
It is possible. Doing with right understanding is possible. If you practice, it is possible. If you do not practice, impossible. Only practice is important. Because I by myself practice like this. That's why this is my own experience. It is possible to use the life of lay people with right understanding. It is possible.
And the right understanding in daily activities, how do you explain this right understanding? What does this mean?
To experience only, to use only, to do only.
So if you're filling up the car with gas, you just do it only.
Yes, yes.
Can you explain that more? I mean, how is one to understand this just do it only? If you're cooking, just
No.
cook only. You mean not have other thoughts? You mean concentration? What does it mean?
Changing attention only. Not changing action is not important. Just to change the attention of your mind. Instead of paying attention to the action, just pay attention to the truth, to use only, to experience only.
To the experience of cooking, for example. So if you're cooking a meal, all you do is pay attention not to the doing,
Yes.
that means
Not do the action, not do the result,
not to the action, not to the result.
not do the desire you may want to do or you may not want to do.
So it's quite involved, this thing. You're actually saying that there's many things you don't include in the cooking. You don't include gold.
Yes, this practice intend to solve the problems of attachment. In our action, there is attachment is controlling in all our action. That's why action may be changed time after time, but attachment is still always controlling with us. That's why
Action is the doing. Is that what you mean by action? Word action?
action to do only by understanding the truth, to do only mean stopping attention to our mind, to our body, to the action of our mind, to the action of our body, to the time, to the place. Just remember the truth, to use only. Mind, it is controlling the action of mind, changing the habit of mind only. No need to control your action. Just control the action of mind. Just attention. Traditionally, mind is paying attention to the sound, to the scene, to the smell, to our mind itself, to the body. That attention is controlled by attachment. That's why to solve the problems of attachment, it is necessary not to forget the truth.
And my last question is, I don't understand, you use the term good deeds.
Yes?
You use that term of good deeds. What do you mean? What are these good deeds?
Harriet, good deeds mean instead of working for someone, instead of working for one family, We work for ourselves, we work for our family, we work for our country, or we work for our society. Instead of working for someone, limited one, just work for all, trying to work for all, working for all. You may be working, but change your attention, not for me. You may be practice, not for your, with the intention of to get enlightenment. That instead of.
So is that like metta practice? It's like loving kindness. You're thinking not just of your family, but all beings. So that whatever you're doing, if you have metta while you're doing it, that's good deed.
Good deeds is doing what it is necessary on behalf of all, not only for one. Don't think about yourself, just think about all. Don't think about your family, just think about everyone. It is this practice intent to cut off the attachments to someone, one family. If you can stop the attachments to someone, it is not difficult to stop attachments to everyone. That's why we are habitually working for ourselves. That's why we cannot cut off attachments to someone. There is always the idea of someone is in our mind. To solve that problems, we must do good deeds for the sake of all. You must try to help who are in need. Not only meditation is enough, but also others necessary. Helping to others is also helping to people.
Other people.
Yes. When you do like this, don't think instead of someone, just pay attention to everyone. This means to abandon the idea of someone. If you can successfully abandon thinking of yourself, another step, trying to abandon representing to everyone, trying to do good deeds with the idea of to do only, to use only. You should try to understand by practice.
In your answer to my earlier question, you said that very often it's beyond our understanding. What do you mean?
We think human is intelligent. We are learned like this. Human is intelligence. That's why we believe in our intelligence. It is sure or it is useful. It is the standard intelligence like this. That's why we want to know the truth with our intelligence. The truth which we can understand is only concerned with created truth, not with original truth. That's why to be able to have connection with the original truth and original wisdom, we need to listen to the teaching of Buddha and his follower. For me, as a traditional Buddhist, my understanding about Buddhism is like other people. My understanding about meditation practice is also like other people. That understanding is not enough. That's why I have to listen more and more time to the teaching of Mogu Sayadaw, Sonlon Sayadaw, Tengu Sayadaw, famous Sayadaw in our country. Because my intelligence is not enough to understand the middle way. That's why I have to listen more and more what Buddha wants us to understand. Do this and don't do this is very easy to understand. The middle way is beyond this and that. That's why to be able to follow the right way, we need the help of Buddha and his follower. Now I am helping to you this kind of help to be able to follow the middle way. If you cannot stop believing in your intelligence, you will never understand. Forget about your intelligence and try to understand my explanation. It may be difficult for your intelligence, but there's no other way. Not the same intelligence. For me, before meditation and after nearly 3 years meditation practice, intelligence is quite opposite.
So you answer it simply. Be able to see the difference between what is original and what is created. Is that what you mean?
I want you to use the right understanding which you cannot understand. If there is strong attachment in you, in your intelligence, you will not accept the truth which you cannot understand. We used to do what we understand. We used to do what we understand it is good, which means we cannot go beyond our intelligence. The middle way is beyond our understanding. That's why if there is strong attachment to your decision, to your understanding, you will not be in the middle way. You borrow my understanding, forget your traditional understanding. When you practice meditation, just do with my understanding. It is changing the course. We are usually doing with our understanding. It will never end. You are doing good deeds must be to be free from the idea of someone or something. You may not understand. It is important to be free from the idea of someone or something, but it is really important.
Sometimes your time goes your lunch. Perhaps you will continue this in later session tonight. Those of you who are continue. Tonight 8 o'clock and tomorrow as usual, thank you, Joe. Again, as usual, again today tonight. So, thank you for attention.